S-300 missiles public.
We talked about regional security. Obviously, the situation in Syria is worrisome. We know that if the armed conflict continues, there will be disastrous repercussions for the entire Middle East. We must avoid any actions that will worsen the situation.
With more than 400,000 Syrian refugees, Turkey is also being threatened by a widening of the conflict. The threat became reality with the recent bombing attacks that killed more than 50 people in a border town between the two countries. The attacks were attributed to a shadowy leftist Turkish group with links to the Syrian intelligence service. Turkish Prime Minister Erdogan is meeting with President Obama in Washington on Thursday.
Of course, Syria will be at the heart of our talks with President Obama on Thursday. We want to set up a roadmap for the rapid establishment of a transition government in Damascus and a credible political transition.
President Obama and British Prime Minister David Cameron called for the conference on Monday, bringing together all the participants in the conflict. It is now apparent to all, including Russia, that a political solution is needed to limit the conflict.
To consult the British public in a
At least 12 people are reportedly killed in Iraq's capital, Baghdad, after armed men attack a store selling alcohol, and thousands of Palestinians are marking Nakba Day. The day is referred to as catastrophe in reference to the 1948 creation of the State of Israel. We have details in this report.
12 people were killed in Baghdad on Tuesday when a store selling alcohol was attacked. After subduing policemen in the neighborhood, the attackers killed 12 people working in the store. In Iraq, alcohol venues are mostly run by non-Muslims. They are often the target of extremist groups. The celebrations began with the light of torches. On May 15th, Palestinians commemorate the Nakba, the catastrophe, the exodus from the 1948 war and the creation of the State of Israel. At Kalandia camp next to Ramallah, the economic capital of the West Bank, the commemoration was marked by clashes with Israeli soldiers. 12 people were arrested. People in the Philippines have approved of the reforms by President Benigno Aquino, voting strongly for his party in parliamentary elections. The party and its allies won a majority in both houses of Congress. Aquino, the son of the main opponent of the former dictator Ferdinand Marcos, now has the political juice to continue his reform policies against corruption and poverty. He is going up against the Catholic Church and local power brokers. Steam shovels in Belize in Central America have unearthed and then destroyed a Mayan temple that was 2,300 years old. It happened near the border with Mexico. The rock used at that time was very hard and was meant to be used now to build a road. Once alerted, archaeologists stopped the steam shovels, but it was too late. An investigation has been opened and the construction company may be on rocky legal ground.
We'll now take a second break. Stay tuned.
Think you can sing?
We're gonna sing, we're gonna win with AfriCell, la 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 la.
Join AfriCell on Afri Radio every Monday to Saturday between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on the quest search for the best vocalist in the Gambia.
Call and sing live on Afri Radio.
You want to become Gambia's biggest superstar? Now is your chance. To participate, send an SMS to 1212. Participate and stand a chance to be AfriCell superstar and win valuable prizes from AfriCell.
La 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 la.
Tune into Afri Radio on 107.6 FM from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Let the competition begin.
Sing with AfriCell.
Welcome back, and it's now time for the sports news with Fatou Jassi.
Thank you, Fatsanasise. The Spanish media are reporting that Malaga have agreed to let coach Manuel Pellegrini leave, and he is thought to have agreed in principle to become Manchester City's next football manager. Meantime, Roberto Mancini's sacking has divided opinion among City fans. CNN's Alex Thomas has more.
Here in the UK, there were protests on Tuesday evening ahead of City's penultimate game of the English Premier League season away to Reading. Mancini's sacking has split opinion, but some fans simply aren't happy he's going.
This year he finished second. Last year he won the Premiership. The year before that he won the FA Cup. Don't know why he's getting mad. Don't know why he's getting sacked for. It's just stupid.
The fans can't start calling the owners because we're happy for the owners to pound the money. So it's not in Mancini we trust. It's in the owners we trust. We have underperformed, and at the end of the day, some people will blame the players. But at the end of the day, if the manager gets the credit for winning the Premier League and the FA Cup, then he's got to accept the criticism. He had passion. He had commitment. And he delivered trophy-wear. And if coming second isn't good enough, I feel sorry for the new manager. You know what I think we should go for? Ferguson. Getting out of retirement.
Well, that's all in sports. Back to you, Fatsani Sise.
Thank you, Fatu. And from sports, we join the Central Forecast Office for a day's weather outlook.
Hello viewers and welcome to the weather forecast with me, Abubakar Dabo. Variably cloudy conditions prevail during the day. Now let's have a quick look at the satellite image which indicates convective clouds over the Gulf of Guinea State, the central and of course the eastern part of Africa. The rest of the continent remains dry and stable. The weather tonight will be cool and partly cloudy, whilst the weather tomorrow will be warm and sunny. The winds will vary from northwesterlies over the coastal areas to southwesterlies over the inland, moving at a speed of 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. Our minimum temperatures will range from 20 to 21 degrees Celsius over the coastal areas and 23 to 25 degrees Celsius over the inland. And for maximum temperatures, we're expecting 30 to 34 degrees Celsius over the coastal areas and 36 to 39 degrees Celsius over the inland. And for those of you guys to see, the low tides will be 0.5 meters at 7:26 a.m. and 0.6 meters at 8:17 p.m. And for the high tides, we're expecting 1.3 meters at 1:28 a.m. and 1.5 meters at 1:50 p.m. And for the waves, we're expecting waves of 1 to 2 meters, light to moderate south-easterly swells. The sun will rise at 6:37 in the morning and will set at 19:27. Thanks for the pleasure of your company and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Abubakar. And before we go, a reminder of our headlines. Senegal's visiting Foreign Minister Mankeur Ndiaye and President Jammeh have been discussing recent improvements in security and commerce between Dakar and Banjul. Heads of copyright collecting societies in the ECOWAS sub-region have converged to discuss a range of pertinent issues revolving around the protection of works of art by citizens of member states. Nigeria has unleashed its military might to flush out militants blamed for worsening security situation in restive parts of the vast country. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has urged Russian President Vladimir Putin to cancel the sale of S-300 Sofis to air missiles to the Bashar al-Assad regime. That's all we have for you in this edition of the news. Thanks for watching.
والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات وبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون